What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, in today's video, we're talking about Polygon Matic as its price continues to outperform the rest of the market, and I wanted to talk today about why that is and what I'm doing because of it, because it's just absolutely phenomenal. So let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into today's video. Now, a couple of days ago, I retweeted this tweet. It said, these are the brands building on Polygon. We have Nike, Adidas, Starbucks, Reddit, Meta, Robinhood, eBay, Disney, Stripe, and Adobe. Some of the biggest companies on earth are all building on Polygon, and this is a recurring thing. We consistently see over and over and over again that when these big companies enter the space, they're going to Matic and they're going to Polygon for a reason. So because of this, we can clearly see that Matic has been doing quite well. All things considered, when you look at something like Bitcoin over the and don't mind all this craziness, but you look at Bitcoin ever since July, right? I mean, it's just been absolute destruction, and you compare that to Matic, which since July has been a straight strong push to the upside. It is a strong display of the strength that is a result of the value being brought on chain. And so even though, again, right now we're not seeing much growth, this sideways movement in a time where the rest of the market or something like Ethereum is just consistently going down is a key identifying factor that tides are changing for Matic, and they're changing very fast. So right now, I actually have been accumulating Matic. In this little zone between 70 and $1.25, I have been accumulating. I am personally under the belief that the low is in for Matic. I just do not foresee it going back below 34 cents. I don't see a reason as to why it should. And for that reason, I have been doing some accumulating. Now, we can see that we are trapped within a very, very strong range right now, which is the golden zone, the 618 to 786 box to the top side, and this key level of support at 70 cents to the bottom side. And we're bouncing in between it. Now, at some given point, we're going to break one. Obviously, I'm hoping that we break to the top side before we break to the bottom side. But even if we are in a position to start to pull to the bottom side, I am expecting us to put in a higher low and then look for some continuation back to the top side. Even if we did get a bit of a rollover back towards, the 55 to 43 cent level to come retrace back to our bottom side 618 and then boom, get the move to the top side, that's totally fine, because I am so confident that with all of these new companies adopting Matic and adopting Polygon, that they are in a fantastic position to see growth, especially over the long term. Now, if you're looking for the next way to trade this or go about it, I would be looking for this range to break first. Again, we're sitting between the 618 box at currently sitting right around $1.23, and we're sitting on top of a key level of support at 71. If we break this level first, we're probably in a position, obviously, to maybe even push up towards $1.50 to $1.75. I think that's very possible. But if we do start to lose 70, like I mentioned earlier, it seems extremely likely that we will get a pull back to our bottom side 618 somewhere around 53 cents. So there could be a decent short trade to take on there, but I would be being extremely careful shorting Matic right now, because the amount of internal value being added is so high at this point that it is very, very risky to short something with this much potential right now. Okay, if we look at this thing from the perspective of the RSI, we are starting to see a bit of bullish divergence playing out, in which we are starting to see these lower lows. We have a bit of an equivalent low here, a bit of a higher low, honestly, but we can call it an equivalent low. But we've already set the lower low on the R side. The little mini case of bullish divergence just says that this RSI is starting to reset and opening up a door for some growth to the top side over the next couple weeks here if we want it. Now, sure, we may end up having to come back down here with a pull towards 50 before being able to do that, but that's totally fine, because, again, I do believe we are in position to see growth and not put in the low under 30 cents. If I'm wrong and we go under 30 cents, I'll say it. I'll apologize and I'm just wrong, but until then, I'm pretty confident, this was the bottom. Okay, now looking at the weekly charts, it's a very, very similar story. We can look at something like even the Bollinger Bands. We broke the 20-week SMA and we're still holding it quite well, which is a great sign, and that's also in a time where we have so much room to the top side still on the weekly RSI to go and show that we very well could make this, run to the top side continue here. So for that reason, the biggest thing I would be looking for is, do we break 125? If we're capable of getting back above this level, I think that really puts us in position to see some growth, and that's the point in which I would do even more accumulating than I am doing now. So overall, I think Matic is in a fantastic position to see some growth here, but if I'm looking to trade it, I'm definitely looking forward to either break this $1.20, roughly $1.24 level to the top side first, or if I'm looking to short it, I'm looking for it to break 71 cents to the bottom side, clear this range, and then that's likely the direction we're going in for the next few weeks. Yes, I am saying it can go up or down, because that's exactly what it can do, but I do believe over the next 8 to 10 months, the overall trend will be upwards. So that's kind of that on Matic. You know, I just think that what they're doing, especially with all of these companies, is huge, and people are not valuing this news as much as they will eventually. And so I'm trying to take advantage of that. Now, before I do go ahead and wrap up the video, I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on what's going on with XDAO. I talked to you about it just a couple weeks ago. Told you it's a company that I'm invested in. I think there's a lot of potential, and there was a lot of giveaways and prize pools that you guys can take advantage of. You can see here that they are now at the top of the 30-day user growth list that's released by CryptoRank. I mean, that's huge, right? I mean, it just goes to show that a company as early on as them is doing a lot of building. I would say a lot of this is coming from these huge prize pools they are giving away basically right now, in which when people complete the quests that we talked about in the last video, that you are able to win prizes. And currently BNB Chain is allocating 10K as a prize pool to the people who do complete the XDAO city quests. And so I explained what a DAO is, but I didn't really explain in the last one what a DAO is used for and how it can be beneficial to you. So I wanted to just take a second to explain how it's beneficial to you and what they can be used for, so that you understand the purpose of completing these quests, of creating DAOs and building on the XDAO platform itself. So there's a couple things. It's really broken down into 6, the first being trust management. So it allows you to collect funds and invest in other projects through launch pads and other platforms. There's also the aspect of venture investments or venture capitalists, in which it says you can reduce the risk of loss of funds and make decisions about spending in invested companies. This also connects to any DeFi protocol and delivers the liquidity through the DAO itself. And so you're kind of acting a bit as a hedge fund in a way. You can create a DAO and use it as a guild. You can also jointly buy and sell NTFs, which is also a fantastic way to kind of implement and grow within this current metaverse and gaming wave that we've been in for the last, about a year now. Project money management is obviously one of the bigger ones that I've seen, in which you can manage your shared budget, or for the budget for your project. And so if you are the owner of a project, this allows you to kind of manage this from more of a decentralized perspective. And similarly, we can see here that with charity, you can distribute funds transparently and secure through the DAO, so that if you are looking to do some giving back, you can do it in a very transparent way. So there's a lot of potential here. I think that, not doing these quests or not going on here and trying to become a part of these prize pools is really just, there's no point in missing out on it right now. And I think that building your own DAO, especially if you are a project owner or not even a project owner, opens up a lot of opportunities for growth as an entrepreneur or just as an investor. And so it is something that I would tell you guys, hey, just go check it out and let me know what you think. But overall, that's the update on XDAO, and that is one of the reasons why I will continuously be talking about them on the channel. I just think there's a lot of potential. It's something I'm invested into and something I'm participating in, so I figured you guys would want to know. But with that said, that's about it for today's video. Of course, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, you can always let me know simply by smashing that like button always, and subscribing to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all next time. Peace.